What up, fish people? Kenny E with Angelicus Aquatics. Well, guys, continuing with my tours of my rooms here. This would be the living room. We have a total of 7 tanks total in here. Actually 8, including the bowl. But figure I'd give you a quick tour of this room. This is starting with our 75-gallon. I call this my dragon blood breeding group / Geophagus flameback. Then I also got my cockatoo cats in here, as well as a Synodonis Angelicus in here. Then I've got 4 or 5 red-tailed boteas in here as well. But this tank's pretty chill. We've also got a couple of different species of Leilupi in here. There's a good-looking female. Everybody seems to be happy in here. Get along good. I did a live stream this morning in honor of Nathan Alexander. Congratulations, Nathan. He hit his 1,000 today. Wish he was alive to see it, but I promise you he's watching over us right now. Glad to see it. There's my Synodonis Angelicus. Got this from one of my club members, Langdon. I absolutely love this fish. One of my favorites. Very pretty catfish. Would have liked to have put him in the 135, but for right now, with his size, I didn't dare. I didn't want him getting messed with. But that's where I plan to put him one day, is in the 135s. Seems to like this tank. There's my Geophagus flameback male. Love that fish. I got them from the wet spot. He's made a lot of babies. These cockatoo cats are cool. Synodonis multipasciatus, I think, is what their scientific name is. But super, super cool fish. Anyway, I'll move you over here. Oh, just did this tank. I thought I got all the algae off, but apparently I was wrong. This is, I'll give you guys a kind of a view of this. These are side-by-side 135s built right into the wall. If you watch my streams, this is usually what's behind me. In here I've got a bunch of mixed Africans. That big guy there is a VC10. Got that rather large rainbow shark. He seems to get along just fine in here. I have to excuse the water. I just got done changing the water, so there's still a bunch of that water lettuce mixing about in here. And I do apologize for the glares, guys. This room gets rather bright. But as you can see, there's, if you guys have been on my channel, that's one of those dwarf giraffe cats. Cool fish. And then, of course, the regular lace cat, I like to call him. I tend to keep a lot of catfish. They're one of my loves. And I've got a real big borley eye right here. And a couple of venustus. And a couple of Malawi eye biters. And then the showcase of this tank, of course, is my big Paratilapia bleaker eye. I would like to put him in a biotope tank by himself with a couple others. He likes it in here. He doesn't seem to be bothered. His girlfriend doesn't like it in here. She always seems to get her butt kicked. I've got her in the green room in her own tank right now. I tend to be a softie when it comes to those guys. I don't want them hurt or destroyed. Here's a nice looking firefish. This is one of my beautiful dragon bloods. Males. Got a bunch of extras. This guy, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He's usually a lot more colored up. He doesn't seem to like it in this bigger tank. He usually has a bunch of bright reds on him and stuff. That is a 5-spot jewel. Doesn't seem to be very happy in this tank. So I'll have to figure out what I want to do with him. There's my sulfur head. He's a cool fish. He's not colored up yet either. They're probably a little upset because they just got their water changed. Malawi eye biter. These guys are, I've got a bunch of female zebra obliquans. They're Lake Victorian fish. Couldn't really offer them at the pet stores anymore because they're not as colorful as the males. But I don't believe in killing fish. So I just put them in here as some different contrast to the rest of the fish in here. So that's one side. And if you watch my streams, you always see these guys behind me. I generally have them. This is my big albino Oscar. I named her P. And the reason for that is if you look on the back of her tail there, she's got a great big P. She's been getting along good. And I've got a couple of Texas cichlids in here. And a rather large common pleco. He's probably a good, he's closing in on 2 feet now. And of course, a bunch of 4 other regular tigers. And then that is a Vieja, South Carolina. Gorgeous fish. 5-spot Lepicanus. Headstander, whatever you want to call them. Some people call him the clown. He's getting huge. That fish has grown like probably a good 4 inches since he's been in this tank, and super girth on him. And I've got the Moda here. And then this large green tear. And I don't know where it's at right now, but I also have a Synodonis Decorus in here. That is a gorgeous fish. But she likes to hang out over here. You can barely see her. She comes out at night mostly. Gorgeous fin. I don't know if you all can see that top fin with the, but it's probably got a good 2 to 3 inch string coming off the end of her dorsal fin. So like I said, that is the right hand side of the dual 135s. And then if you come over to next to that, in here we have 3 breeding pairs of Honduran red points. And I've got these barbs. There's a little Sahika up there. We have a total of 2 or 3 of them in here. I've actually been looking for that little guy. And there he is. If you don't know what Hondurans are, they are a cousin of the convict. Just a little prettier. Right now he's getting aggressive with me because I have the camera down where he has babies. They've got some babies down in there somewhere. And then I've got the Geophagus Seveni in here. These are our little guys. That dude is starting to get some really cool tail fins. That is most likely a male right there. Looks like he got into a little skirmish though. He's got his top fins missing there. That's not good. He must have got into it with something. My guess is it'd be these Hondurans. They tend to be rather aggressive right now because they got babies, which I don't like. Yeah, if you look down there, you can see them all. We'll get them out of here so it calms everybody down. Right there's another big Sahica. And we got a little baby Paratilapia bleaker eye. Got two of them in here too. But we do use a lot of this water lettuce with our cichlids. It does help keep the water somewhat clean, as you can tell. Haha. But this is what it looks like on top. And this one's a little 100-gallon tall, or excuse me, 120 tall, I believe it's called. So that's that tank, and that's right next to the Oscars. If you've been following my channel a while, you also know that this used to be the home of my wild-caught Scalaris angelfish. And the day I moved those guys in here, the angels were chilling out right there. When they saw them, they abruptly ran full steam into this side of this tank and killed themselves. I was not a happy camper. So this is my wife's cute little bowl she made. She wanted something red, so she just went with plain old Cory platies. And they've been propagating ever since. Propagating whatever your word is. She also has about 4 or 5 Amano shrimp in here. They seem to be doing well when you can find them. But she's got babies all over. This is the top view. Kind of a cool little bowl. I shouldn't say little. It's pretty good size. I think this was like a 30-gallon or something. I can't remember what they said it was. But everybody seems to be happy in here. Doing well. Trying to see if I can find you guys one of those Amano shrimps. I can never find those goofy suckers. I know they're in here. I see them occasionally. Just never can seem to find them when it's time to shoot. I'm not seeing them. There we go. I finally found one for y'all. There he is. Just chilling like a villain on the end of the log. And then the cute little platies. Itsy bitsy guys. Then over here, got a couple of 55s. These both species have to be kept alone because they are mean. But right here is Drogon. He is my Haitian cichlid, or better known as the Black Nasty. He's starting to get his white color. I'm going to probably be moving him shortly because he's starting to get some size to him. But he is a gorgeous boy. He has a little bit of an attitude. I wish that these two would behave because I'd love to have them in the 135. But unfortunately, this guy would probably kill every Oscar in that tank. Because these guys are known killers. They do not play. So that is Drogon, guys. And then finally, but not last, is Suzy-Q. This is my female Trimac cichlid. She's a cutie. Again, would love to have her in the 135, but again, these are known killers. The only reason I have her is because the gentleman who had her, she decided to kill her mate, and he was quite upset at her, so I probably saved her from an untimely death. But she is a sweetheart. Usually she'll come up and say hello to me. See if she does today. Nope, she's in a mean mood, I can tell. So I probably don't want to keep my finger in here unless I want blood drawn again. But she's a cool fish. That is my Trimac. Yep, she's trying to let me know, hey dude, I ain't digging you, get out of here. You're starting to get a little attitude, aren't you? Yes, you are. But she is no slouch. She is a good sized fish. I'm not exactly, hey, you just wish you could get a hold of that finger, don't you? But she is getting big. I know it. But she is a beaut, love her. But she has an attitude, don't you? So anyway, guys, try to get you another video this week. Still got a few parts to show you. But this would be our living room you've got to see today. So as always, love your fish. This is Kenny E with Angelicus Aquatics. Going to check out for now. Everybody have an awesome 4th. See you later.